Hey guys, Jonah here. Doing a beer review when perhaps I shouldn't because I'm feeling a bit crap. And I don't know if you can see, but my eyes are like really kind of swollen and stuff, having reactions to my treatments that I'm doing. Um, and yeah, I don't usually do a review on those days, but I'm feeling just battered today. So I thought I'd have a beer, and I thought if I'm doing a beer, I might as well review it. Yeah, living my life through video, ups and downs. So not feeling great today, but hey. Anyway, the beer I'm going to have is one of those from my ex crew at work. They got me some Canterbury special beers, and I thought I would do this one, Canterbury Lager at 5%, and it's so that up there as well, little neck chief. Nothing too special on the black cap, but pretty good. I don't know if this is going to focus in on here. Hopefully it does. If not, let's do some of this. There we go. Canterbury Brewers and Distillers. This is a lager with East Kent Goldings in it. Just absolutely crazy. I mean, that's not usually a lager hop, but why not? And it tells you are more than welcome to read all that kind of stuff. This is the Foundry. It says down at the bottom in Stour Street. They have, it's like a brew pub. They have a brewery on site, and it used to be an old foundry, obviously. I've been wanting to go there for absolutely ages, but yeah, the missus doesn't really want to go there for some unknown reason. A bit off the beaten track, but not majorly off. I mean, Canterbury's not massive, but yeah, I've had some really good reports, and they do beer flights, which is cool. You can try, I think it's four beers for £10, something like that, or five or something. It's a number of beers for £10, and this glass is actually from that place. So, without further ado, let's get this bad boy in here. So I'm pretty sure this isn't a single hop. I think they've used the put that down over there. The East Kent Goldings hops as a finishing hop. Look at that. Really, really clear, like a lager should be, of course, and quite well carbonated too, which I always say, but you can see this time. Look at those bubbles. Really, really clear. It's a lager, so probably fingernails head. Not even worth doing that on a lager. Unless it's a German one or something, and then it has a big old mountain peak on top. But this one doesn't. Getting kind of bready, yeasty kind of stuff, as opposed to malty stuff. And obviously, living in Kent, this is East Kent Goldings. I mean, there are other, Bramley Cross, for example, is another one. And Wye Valley used to produce all the hops and stuff, but East Kent Goldings has been around for years and years. And we have the Hop Festival in Faversham every year. Back this year, so if you're that way, I think it's end of August, beginning of September, something like that. Have a look. You've got the internet open. Faversham Hop Festival. It's basically a music festival, and everyone gets absolutely wasted. But you can see garlands of hops and all that kind of stuff. It's a shame, really, because they're building in Faversham. They're building on a lot of the old hop farms, but there are still hop farms around. There's one in Canterbury as well. Interesting. So it is lager-like. If someone had said this was a pale ale as well, I would be hard pushed if I didn't see the bottle to tell exactly the difference because the hop flavour is a little bit more than just a normal lager because they tend to be super dry. I mean, you've got different styles of lager, obviously. Dry, crisp, noble hop. This has got a little bit more going on. It's weird because it's not superbly hoppy, and the flavours are not super present, but definitely getting that that East Kent Goldings thing kind of in the background, and it's hard to describe, mainly because I'm absolutely buggered at the moment. But um, it's not full on, yeah, like peach or full on, orange or something. It's that kind of, it's that safe pair of hands that East Kent Goldings can give. Really good. I'm liking this. I don't know. I mean, if you have a pale ale and then you make it with a lager yeast and you lager it, does it become a lager all of a sudden? I don't know. Yeah, there's that smooth thing going on. There's that little bit of kind of mellow, kind of orangey type thing going on. But it is the Goldings taste. That's I can't describe it any more than that. And weirdly, I'm still getting the kind of yeasty stuff as well. So although I know, because I read this earlier on, that it just describes the yeast as lager. So I'm imagining that is a lager yeast. I have got some other beers. So this one was always going to be the easy one. Come on, zoom in. There we go. Just going on here just to see. See, it doesn't really, it just goes into the actual brewery itself. It doesn't really describe the beer. But yeah, I'm no good at doing lager reviews. I'm getting a lot of breadiness as well, um, in the background, and maltiness. But it's all quite mellow. There is a bit of sweetness there. It's not sharp. It's not obscenely bitter. I mean, it is thirst quenching. Wow. You can tell I've been to the hospital today. Or maybe I just don't make that much sense most of the time. Um, yeah, it's a bit bready, shall we say. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't even say it's like toast. It's like kind of warm bread straight from the oven while it's still hot. If you get to the baker's at like 6, 7 o'clock, he's probably been baking since 4 o'clock in the morning, or they used to. I bet you they don't these days. But I remember the local bakers. He'd be out the back. You could pick up your bread, and he just left some money on the counter, and you left your money, picked up whatever bread you want, and off you go. It's that kind of thing with. It's not exactly marmalade, but that kind of thing. So imagine a piece of fresh bread with that sort of very thin, sort of fruity kind of marmalade. If this was Amarillo, it would definitely be marmalade, but it's not. This is East Kent Goldings. Whoa. I really, really appreciate my pals. I've been a bit down in the dumps. of late, and they're all off out tonight, having a party, having a celebration, and yeah, I was planning to go, but yeah, I'm not really in the celebration mood, but mainly because I've had a treatment about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and yeah, battered me. So anyway, sorry, there's been a bit of a downer. I shouldn't really do reviews when I'm on a downer, but to thine own self be true. This is Canterbury Lager, by the Foundry Brewpub. I reckon I could drink that. I don't usually drink lagers, but I think I'd be happy if someone bought that for me in a pub, or if I went up to the Foundry. But if I went up to the Foundry, I would be drinking wonderful other beers, and probably not the lager, if that makes sense. Anyway, this has been Unclejona. If you fancy, click like down below, subscribe if you haven't done already. Yeah, the other thing, please add to the comments. Give me your thoughts, give me your feeling, give me your support. I know a few of you do, and it really cheers me up when I get a message, and I'm usually pretty good at responding to messages, on my beer reviews at least. I'm terrible with other messages and stuff. But yeah, like I say, I'm being honest. To thine own self be true. I've said that already, but it is one of those things. Don't change yourself for for anyone else. You've got to live your life. You've got to live in the moment. And when you're having a tough time, they're the times that make the good times even better. Guys, this has been Unclejona, sharing the love, sharing the beer, and we'll be back with more beer reviews real soon. Cheers.